Yo! What is up, guys? It is your old pal Super Mario Panda 3, and today we are going to do something that no one else in the history of mankind has ever done before in their lives. A top 10 favorite Mario games list. Okay, maybe a couple of people have done a list like that already, but come on, it's Mario. How can I not make a list like this? I've grown up with Mario my whole life. In fact, the first game I ever played as a kid was Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. And that's why I'm excited to share my favorite games starring everyone's favorite Italian plumber with you guys. Before we begin our top 10 list though, I just want to go over a couple of rules with you guys. First rule is no spin-off games. That means no sports games, party games, and no Mario Kart titles. Second rule is no compilation titles either. However, even though I said no sports games or kart racing games or party games, there will be some RPG titles in the mix. One, because it's my favorite genre. Sue me. Second reason is because a lot of the RPG titles are actually a bit more story driven than a lot of the platforming titles. So I do believe they deserve a bit more detail put into them. But with that out of the way, guys, let's get this list started with number 10. Or we could start with some honorable mentions. That's fair. My honorable mentions are Super Paper Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, Super Mario Bros., Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, New Super Mario Bros., Paper Mario. And now, let us begin. Starting off this list in the number 10 spot is one of the best games ever released on what is now pretty much the Sega Saturn of Nintendo consoles, Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World may not be the most innovative Mario game on this list, which is why it's at the number 10 spot. It was definitely the Mario game we needed after the 2010s started as a pretty hopeless decade for Mario, as we were graced with mediocre and uninspired games like New Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, Paper Mario Sticker Star, and the game I don't want to mention just yet. I don't want to get crucified this early in this list. It really honestly just felt like Activision was taking over Nintendo. Thankfully in 2013, Redemption came for our plumber and gave us great games like Mario & Luigi Dream Team and Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World was a game that pretty much took inspiration from Super Mario Bros. 2 and added multiple characters you could play as, from Mario to Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Rosalina. And they all have different playstyles that could make each character feel unique to play as. And as a fan of singers like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Seth MacFarlane, I love this music style of jazz which makes every level feel upbeat. Especially the Histocrat battle theme. Oh my god, that is like my favorite track in this entire game. The game also has new power-ups like the double cherry, the cannon box, and of course the cat suit. You can't talk about this game without talking about the cat suit. The cat suit is just so awesome, especially coming from some guy who loves cats. And it also has one of the best Bowser fights ever, where Bowser himself turns into a cat. What more could you want, really? And if you want to go for 100%, you gotta play as each different character to get all the green stars, all the stamps, and reach the top of the flagpole in every single level in every single world, which some could argue is just added just to pad out the game. Because if you just beat the game casually as any character, you'll most likely beat the game in less than... yeah, that. But regardless of all that, Super Mario 3D World is one of the best Mario games released, and also one of the best consoles ever released on the Wii U, which, well, as we all know, doesn't really have that much standout titles to begin with. And number 9 is one of the best launch titles ever. Yeah, this was back when launch titles were actually a big deal. Super Mario World. The NES was a great savior of the video game industry. However, the Super Nintendo helped push the industry even further. And Sega helped out too, but we gotta stay focused here. And who could they get to show off the Super Nintendo's 16-bit capabilities than Mario? Super Mario World is a bit more exciting, a bit more challenging, a bit more perfect, a bit more colorful, a bit more realistic, a bit more levels, a bit more sound, a bit more enemies, a bit more traps, a bit cooler, a bit hotter, a bit weirder, a bit more revolutionary, a bit more Mario, a bit more of what you want. Sorry. Just, that commercial is just so 90s. In all seriousness though, while Super Mario World's gameplay feels familiar from other Mario games, Nintendo added new material to make this game feel fresh and new. For example, the game has branching pathways in certain worlds that would lead to other pathways to make this game feel more non-linear compared to the previous Mario games. The game also introduces a new power-up, which is a Super Feather, that would give Mario a cape that would allow him to whack enemies nearby, and give him the ability to fly through the whole level, and you can actually beat a level in less than 20 seconds, which could actually make you feel OP if you do that all the time. And if you're trying to go for 100%, I recommend not doing that. I recommend using that feather sparingly. And this is the game that introduces everybody to Yoshi, who is incredibly helpful throughout the game. Unfortunately though, he can't go through ghost houses or any of the Koopa Kids castles. Hey, I didn't say he was 100% helpful. And this game has what I consider to be the catchiest Mario music ever. I mean, sure, it's all just different variations of the Yoshi's Island theme, but they use that track to make it help fit each different world that Mario's in, and it really works, and that's why each of these tracks can't get out of my head. And this game has what I consider to be the best level complete track in any Mario game. Super Mario World was an amazing game and serves as a great starting point for the Super Nintendo. Though I do prefer Super Mario World 2 a bit more, but it's a Yoshi game, not a Mario game, so we can't really count this one. Number 8 for me is a tie-ish, although it does revolve around the same game. Super Mario 64 and Super Mario 64 DS. Like Super Mario World, Super Mario 64 served as a launch title for the Nintendo 64, which was Nintendo's big leap into 3D. This could have backfired because 3D was considered at the time new for gaming, but Nintendo really managed to pull it off with this one. Although you could argue the character models do look a bit dated, especially Bowser. My god. Instead of reaching the goal at the end of every level like the previous Mario games, this is a Mario game that's more of a collectathon where you collect every single star to reach to the top of the castle. And Nintendo really made this collectathon a lot of fun. Well, for the most part, those 100 coin missions can kiss my ass. As well as Blast of the Lonely Mountain, that level can fuck off too. And unlike previous Mario games where they made the music sound a bit more upbeat, this game has music that's a bit more atmospheric to say the least. With the exception of the slide theme, that song will never leave my head. But needless to say, the music still has some of the most memorable tracks ever in the Mario series, like Bomb Bomb Battlefield, Princess Peach's Castle, Dire Dire Docks, and the Road to Bowser. The game also has new power-ups like the wing cap, the metal cap, and the invisible cap. Super Mario 64 is fun, fast-paced, and makes collecting a lot of fun. Again, when you're not going for 100 coins, or playing Blast of the Lonely Mountain. And even though using the D-pad could be a bit annoying, I had a lot of fun with Super Mario 64 DS because each character plays differently. Finding the Silver Stars is actually a lot of fun. And I love all the minigames this version has to offer, in particular playing poker with Luigi. Though I never gamble in real life. Never gamble. Taking a nice, relaxing vacation is my number 7 choice, Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine is one of the most innovative Mario games ever. For starters, this game has voice acting and cutscenes, the former of which you don't really get much of in later Mario games. And the game's plot is actually different from your standard Mario Rescue Princess story, for better or worse. I mean, Mario is accused of committing a crime that he did not commit, and there's no evidence to prove it, and they don't even get a lawyer to back him up for it. And he is forced to clean up his act, even though what is there of him to clean up? I gotta be honest, the jurisdiction of Isle Delfino sucks. But nevertheless, this is still an amazing 3D Mario game with some of the best controls this series ever has to offer. I'm serious when I say this game's controls feel smoother compared to Mario 64's. And don't get me wrong, I love Mario 64, but I feel the controls in this game feel a bit more responsive, especially the wall jumping here. Oh my god, I hated the wall jumping in Super Mario 64. That was annoying. This game has also some of the best level design in a Mario game. Level design that's so good, I feel like I want to take a vacation there. Except when there's a bunch of enemies there just roaming around. Gelato Beach, Rico Harbor, Pina Park, Serena Beach. Each level design is just so vibrant and pretty to look at. Now, even though I said I love this game a bit more than Mario 64, this game still shares some of the same problems as Mario 64. The 100 coin missions is still a pain and a chore, and somehow it's worse because if you're not in the right episode, you're not going to get 100 coins. And how can you talk about Super Mario Sunshine without discussing the oh so lovely and fun pachinko machine? And the blue coins. Oh my god, the blue coins! Fuck! And honestly, if you're a completionist watching this video, I really don't recommend getting all 120 shine sprites because it's not worth it. The game doesn't reward you in the end, which makes everything you're going for entirely meaningless. But all that negativity aside, Super Mario Sunshine is still an incredibly fun game with amazing visuals and is certainly one of the best games ever released on the GameCube. But it's not the best. We'll get to that later. You could say my hat is off to my number 6 choice, Super Mario Odyssey. While Super Mario 3D World was a nice welcoming addition to the Mario series after the over-milking of the new Super Mario Bros. Series, Super Mario Odyssey, however, brings the series back in full fucking force. And while yes, it's still your typical plumber rescue princess story, it finds ways to make this whole journey exciting. The main concept of this game is it has you traveling around the world, and I just love visiting every single new world this game has to offer. In particular, New Donk City, which is probably the most realistic looking world I've seen in the Mario game since Mario's missing, but we don't talk about that one. No. And unlike Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy games, where if you collect a star, it just takes you out of the course and you have to go back in order to find a new star. This game goes Banjo-Kazooie, where if you find a moon, you can just continue on in this course and find more moons to collect. And that really makes this game a lot more fun. And the game gives you the option to change Mario into different types of clothing, but it's not used as DLC. No. Instead, the game has you pay with in-game coins, and that's just so incredibly awesome. In case you're wondering, my favorite clothing for him would be the tuxedo and the fedora hat. It makes Mario look all snazzy, if you ask me. And even though 999 moons does sound like a bit excessive, the game actually does provide a fair challenge in finding all these moons, in which case finding all these moons just seems like a breeze. Although it's really not something I recommend because, like Sunshine, the game doesn't really reward you with anything, which just makes finding all 999 moons feel a bit, meaningless. This game also tributes Mario in so many ways. For instance, there are obstacle courses in which it turns into 8-bit Mario, which gives certain levels a retro feel to it. And one of the game's many costumes is Mario's 64 design. It's not really a costume, they just redesigned Mario in his Nintendo 64 form. That is awesome. And fucking Pauline from Donkey Kong is in this game. It's not like it's a hidden Easter egg or something. No. She serves as a purpose in this game, and she's a mare. Wow, that is pretty interesting. You go from being captured by an ape to a full-fledged mare. That is incredible. I'm not gonna lie. Super Mario Odyssey is not just a triumphant return for the Mario series, but it's also a heartfelt love letter to the series. Embarking on a paper-thin adventure is my number 5 choice, Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door. Thousand-Year Door takes the original Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64 and just makes it even grander than it already is. Now, you could say this game could have suffered from a bigger is not always better scenario, but no, this is not the case. Now, that title goes to Origami King. That game is just a grander looking sticker star. Thousand Year Door has you travel to many different worlds where you partner up with a bunch of interesting new characters as you fight your way against the Nazi community. Oh no, sorry. I meant the X-Nazi. Book of Mario is kind of a funny game. Thousand Year Door has elements in a Mario game that you probably wouldn't expect. Like, for instance, there's this big demonic figure that possesses Peach. Yeah, I hate to see it, but I think a lot of second and third party companies take a lot more risk with Nintendo's IPs than, well, Nintendo themselves, really. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If there's one thing about this game I would have fixed is, I'm gonna be honest, Bowser didn't really need to be in this game. Everything about this game just feels so focused and to the point, but every time I see Bowser on screen, it's like, well, we can't make a Mario game unless Bowser's in it. But in this case, yes, you can. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is very fun, adventurous, yet at times a lot complex. From the makers at Square Enix, back when it was called Squaresoft, is my number 4 choice, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Before Nintendo was giving Square the cold shoulder, they developed some of the best games ever released on the Super Nintendo, like Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, and of course, Super Mario RPG. Even though I really love Super Mario World, this for me is my favorite Mario game released on the Super Nintendo. I feel that this one has a bit more charm to it, as the characters have a bit more personality, actually. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make them the best video game characters of all time, but it's nice to see them in situations that we're not really so used to seeing them in. I just always love seeing Mario reenact certain events that he's witnessed, Courage the Cowardly Dog style, where he actually transforms into certain characters that he's met before. It's just so funny to see that. And I love having Peach on my team, who is basically this game's white mage. I love having her on my team because she can help heal me in the process, which pretty much makes me an unstoppable fighting force. And Geno, oh my god, when is Geno gonna become a playable fighter in Smash already? No, not the Mii costume, that shit don't count. I want to see Geno actually in Smash. I believe games like this and Pokemon could help kids ease their way into the RPG genre a little better. While I have a lot of fun with Super Mario World, Super Mario RPG will always be my favorite Mario game released on the Super Nintendo. My favorite game released on the Nintendo Entertainment System is my number 3 choice, Super Mario Bros. 3. Super Mario Bros. 3 takes Super Mario Bros. To a whole different level. This game not only has the same power-ups like the Mushroom and the Fire Flower, but it has new power-ups like the Super Leaf, the Tanuki suit, the Frog suit, and the Hammer Brothers suit. This is also the first Mario game to have world maps, which at the time was pretty revolutionary, especially for an NES game. This game also has the ability to let you store as many items as you want. Okay, not that many because there's only one line you can fill, but hey, in the Game Boy Advance port, you can hold as many as you want. And while I love the original Super Mario Bros., the level design could get a bit repetitive, and sometimes it feels like you're playing the same levels over and over. Super Mario Bros. 3, on the other hand, has level design that not only feels different, but offers something new. I also love playing this card game where you get certain items, you get the match correctly. Finding items in a treasure box in each mushroom shop, even though some could argue that mission is rigged. And the slot machine where you gotta match the faces to get extra lives. Super Mario Bros. 3 is not only my favorite NES game, it's my favorite 2D Mario game for how much it offers and then some. Shifting Mario to a galaxy far, far away is my number 2 choice, Mario's Time Machine. Oh, I'm kidding. Of course it's Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy is a 3D Mario game that just improves Super Mario Sunshine and 64 on every aspect. The big one being that 100 coin missions are substituted. Thank you. And for a console that can't really run games like Call of Duty World at War as much as the PS3 and the 360 do, Super Mario Galaxy sure as hell run at a smooth 60 frames per second. That is fucking incredible. The Wii may have inferior power, but hey, there's just no stopping Mario when it comes to that. This game also introduces what I consider to be the best character in the Mario universe, Rosalina. And that may be because she's probably the only character in the entire series that actually has a backstory. I mean, yeah, sure, it's optional backstory, but when you actually listen to it, it's actually pretty heartwarming to listen to, and just makes her the most fleshed out character in the whole series. And I just say the best for last. I think Super Mario Galaxy has the best music ever composed in a video game. Every bit of orchestra helps make each level I'm in feel more lively. Good A Galaxy, a Gusty Garden, Rosalina's Observatory, Space Junk Galaxy. Yeah, a level called Space Junk Galaxy has music that makes it feel like an experience. That is how amazing this game's music is. It's Mario meets Fantasia. That's the best way to describe this game. And this game has what I consider to be the best end credits roll in a video game ever. Why? Because once that music kicks in, I get goosebumps. I seriously get goosebumps. it just makes me think about how every single mission I went through, every single level, and every single boss battle just felt memorable. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually tear up at that ending. That's how much of an impact this game left on me. Super Mario Galaxy is the best 3D Mario game, is the best controlled 3D Mario game, and the best composed video game ever made. And if you're all wondering what I think of the sequel Super Mario Galaxy 2, well, I guess I'll put it to you like this. Plot feels more like something that belongs in a new Super Mario Bros. Game than an epic open world 3D Mario game. The whole world is just Mario's head in spaceship form. Half the level design is just been there, done that. Half the music is just tweaked versus what we heard from the first game. Lubba is a complete idiot. And the final Bowser battle can be beaten in less than 30 seconds. And this game is considered to be as good, if not better, than the first Galaxy? If you say so. And so here we are, folks. My number one choice. And some of you are probably thinking, wow, Brett, what could be your number one favorite Mario game? What could actually top Super Mario Galaxy for you? Or Mario Bros. 3? Or Sunshine? Or Odyssey? Well, here it is, folks. My number one favorite Mario game is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Surprised, aren't you? Yep, this game is my favorite Mario game. This is not only my favorite Mario game, it's also my third favorite game of all time, behind Twilight Princess and Final Fantasy IX. And some of you are probably wondering, why is this my favorite Mario game? Is it better structured and better composed than Mario Galaxy? No. As an RPG, isn't it as deep and complex as Thousand Year Door or Partners in Time or Super Paper Mario? No. So why is this my favorite Mario game then? Well, I'll tell you. Aside from the fact that I'm an RPG nut, this is a Mario game with the most personality. This is a game that just sends the Mario Brothers on an adventure that's just so wacky and out there that you just want to keep playing this game for hours. I'm serious. This game is just that addicting. I'm serious. This game goes to Little Mermaid, where the main premise is the princess's voice gets stolen. At least that at first that's the main premise. But then the main villain in this game, Cat Gletta, just possesses Bowser. Boy, a lot of RPG Mario games have possession, don't they? And just makes Bowser into basically a transvestite, if you will. And one of the bosses of this game is a giant demonic cherry cola. I swear, the developers of this game must have been on fuzzies or some shit. And this game really takes the concept of Luigi being the second banana to a point where you can actually feel bad for him and you just want to hug Luigi. And as an RPG, this game has a level up system where you get to choose what part of you want to level up. I always pick strength. Overall, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga is funny, weird, has an amazing battle system, and still to this day is my favorite Mario game of all time. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, is my top 10 favorite Mario games list, and I would like to know, what are your top 10 favorite Mario games list? Leave in the comments below. I would really love to know what they are. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Super Mario Fan 3, and I will see you guys next time.